For Workshop 1, be sure to refer to the workshop activities found on page 7 in your teacher manual. You're going to spend the first few minutes in this workshop getting students into their table groups. These are the groups they're going to work in for the rest of the program. So make sure try to make them evenly spaced. Just so you know, these workshops are pretty packed, so bear with me as I go through Workshop 1 because I'm going to go into more detail. But as each week goes by, you're going to get a rhythm down and they'll be much quicker. So you're going to start off, the interns are going to pass around a sign-in sheet, make sure everyone signs in, and then pass out their folders to everyone. The teacher's going to spend the first 5 minutes going over the nutrition education. So in your teacher workbook, you have the student manual. So for Workshop 1, you're going to go over page 1. So the information you really want to accentuate here is how nutrition and healthy habits can affect our health. You want to point out the My Plate and the 5 food groups that go along with My Plate, and mention that this is kind of what we want to base our plate on at home. You also want to mention how to balance calories, how to be mindful when we're eating, foods that they want to increase and foods that they want to reduce. And then lastly, you'll talk about physical activity and really accentuate that students want to aim for 60 minutes every day of physical activity. After reviewing the nutrition information, you're going to have a short question and answer session. So have the students take out their student workbook and open to the first page, and you're going to ask them out loud the questions listed at the top of the page. You also have these questions in your teacher manual found on page 10. So you're going to go through the questions, discuss it as a class, they'll answer as a class. Any students who do raise their hand and want to share their answers, they can get a raffle ticket. So once you're done with the question and answers, you're then going to go back to page 1 of the student manual, and you'll notice at the bottom of each of the pages there's a box. So you're going to go over the information found in the box on the first page. So the information here talks about how our food environment affects our choices. So it's going to talk about how the food available at school, in the home, in their community as well, how all of that affects the choices that they make. After reviewing this information, you're going to refer back to the questions on the first page of the student workbook. And there's the middle section that says take action questions. You're going to do the same thing as before. You're going to ask the questions, have the students answer, discuss as a class, and again give raffle tickets to students who participate. After the question and answer session, students are then going to use that information that they just learned to come up with the project ideas. So at the bottom of the Workshop 1 page in the student workbook, there's a whole list of questions. So at this point, students are going to get into their table groups, and they're going to spend about 10 minutes answering these questions. If you have mentors in your program, this is a great opportunity for them to really get involved, help the students start brainstorming. So they're going to answer these questions, and then you're going to have, after those 10 minutes, you're going to have a class discussion. So in your teacher manual on page 7, under Workshop 1, it says class discussion, and there's a list of questions that you want to bring up and discuss with the class. So first you're going to have each of the table groups share the ideas that they came up with, and then you're going to write each of their project ideas up on the board. After that, you're going to share the project ideas that we came up with here at SOS Mentor. It can be found on the back of the student workbook. So go through there's a ton of them. Go through them, see which ones they kind of feel like they could do at their school, and basically just get some discussion going on which ones seem most realistic. You're going to give, again, raffle tickets to students who participate, who share their answers and everything. Then the students are going to work on their project record. So this is also found in their student folders. what they're going to do is fill in the questions under workshop 1. There's 2 questions. The first one is, what are some problems that you found in your school? These are things they came up with in their table group. And then how do these problems affect the health of their peers? So they're going to fill these in. The project record will serve as the main report for the class project. These are going to be used as an assessment tool for SOS Mentor, also as a way for students to keep track of their progress. So this is really important. They're going to fill it in at the end of every single workshop, nutrition workshop. Then we do some project videos. So this is where the interns are going to go around with camera. They'll choose some students at random to talk about what they accomplished that day, what they kind of found out, how it's going to affect the health of students in their school. Again, you can give raffle tickets to the students who volunteer to be in the video. You're then going to, as a class, have the raffles for the day. So you'll give a raffle ticket to everyone who stayed throughout the whole class, and then of course everyone who participated has extra ones. So you'll do 3 raffles. Students, you have your bag found in your box, so students can just choose whatever prize they want. So you can do 3 raffles. If you have mentors in your program, after the students have been released for the day, you can do a little mentor debriefing. So this is just where you kind of touch base with the mentors, see how they thought everything went, if there were any concerns that came up, anything like that. And then you can do raffle off 1 mentor prize, which is also found in the black bag for the mentors. After the workshop, the teacher will input the attendance for the day into the Google Docs spreadsheet. And that's it for workshop 1. Enjoy.